Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and otherwise. What's up? My name is Devious. Welcome back to Final Fantasy 14. What are we on now? The Dark Throne or something similar? I'm going to be completely honest. Since the last episode, I have borderline lost motivation to do pretty much anything. I've gotten... I don't know if I actually had... Yeah, I had the Elemental gear because I haven't really been playing all that much. Yeah, I'm that out of it, right? So I've gotten myself a 3D printer. We've had people anywhere nearby. Family has come to visit. I don't know what I meant by that last one. But yeah, I've been busy, is what I'm trying to say. And I have like 3 more hours of work before I can test my 3D printer to see if the FEP sheet that I jacked up and had to replace is functional, because I replaced it and I haven't printed since. And I might be a bit stressed, is all I'm saying. But yeah, we're here now, so we're going to play some Final Fantasy. I'm going to try and get through the rest of the story today. And understand that the videos you guys have been seeing are quite old. Sorry. Motivation is rough. And it's kind of difficult for me to do stuff. But anyway. We're just going to get into it. So yeah. You guys know the drill. The usual YouTube stuffs. If you enjoy, like, comment, sub, etc. Blah, blah, blah. YouTube algorithm. Now, if I remember correctly, we were just coming in here, which is like the surviving Garlemald leadership, and we needed to talk to some people to try and convince them to let us use the big spire thingy to shoot things to the moon. No, to open a portal on the moon to hell. Let's do it. To begin, I propose we split up and ask the residents for their views on the Elsebard contingent and the current state of affairs. We would also do well to learn more about this enclave itself. Should you observe anything of note, pray keep it in mind. It is through open hearts and open minds that I believe we may yet convince their leaders to work with us for the greater good. Fair point. Ooh. Pile o' crates. What do you got? Stockpile, sort of supplies, barriers, and markings indicating they were provided by the Elsebard contingent. The Enclave is clearly reliant upon the Alliance for aid. That tracks. That makes a lot of sense, actually. I know how to pronounce your name. Want to know what I think? I'm a soldier. I try not to think about politics at all. I'll say this much. Our leaders labor to preserve our culture, our way of life, or remains of it at any rate. Trust them to do what's best for Garlemald. Fair enough. There's a lot of faith in the leadership. That tracks for Garlemald. Barrel of ceruleum. What you got? What you got? What's going on in here? Recognize a large cask is the very same you and your comrades used to transport ceruleum from Lapis Manalis. Why they are in Sonatus is unclear. Are they stealing supplies? I'm a little disconnected, so I'm going to try and not assume. What's up, fam? What do I feel about the contingent? Conflicted, to say the least. I've been tasked with the distribution of supplies, and I know as well as any that we couldn't survive without outside aid. Be that as it may, even though the Empire has collapsed, we have our pride. People don't want to be beholden to others forever, and there's no denying that it chafes to see our benefactors occupying the Imperial Palace. I mean, we can kind of give them back the palace, right? Like, I understand it's kind of dangerous, but I mean, we can work something out there. Still in the Enclave, have you? Well, they're not happy, but they are reliant. Obviously, they want the palace back. Much the same as me, then. They accept the contingent's help out of necessity and harbor a measure of resentment. Selves to blame. If they don't like the bargain, they should reject it. They kind of can't. How many times must I tell you? It's absolutely out of the question. Let's see what's going on here. I hear not great music. Scrag-a-laggin'. That's a Ishgard soldier. Ishgardian Knight. What's going on? Same. We came running when we heard the shouting. Is what the matter? Oh, no, I was just trying to explain. Take a minute. Mayhap you can clear this up. The contingent has made a reasonable request, but this man insists it's impossible. It concerns the Magitech weapons which run rampant throughout Regio Urbanissima. I hope I pronounced that right. Every time we deliver supplies here, we have to dispatch extra men to defend against potential attacks. To address the issue once and for all, we've proposed the elimination of all machina that loiter near the supply routes, but you heard him, they refuse to even consider it. Magistrates have already spoken on this matter. Rampant or no, those war machina are Gallian assets. Furthermore, who is to say it is as dangerous as you attest? Y'all wonder why we mop the floor with yo asses every time we come out. It's been suggested that this could be a pretense to scavenge Magitech material for your own ends. Do you have any idea how much we have in Eorzea? You remember you invaded us, right? I know I'm being a little spicy right now. I'm in a fighty kind of mood, like more so than usual. I know not if that is the case, but the fact remains we cannot allow you to destroy them. Okay, you take them. Speculation by the magistrates, I presume. Ridiculous, but they have spoken, and unless we want to inflame tensions further, there's not what we can do. Complicated relations become when not grounded in clear and equitable arrangement. I agree. Zero might be onto something here. Equitable arrangement. Of course. Well do I understand the difficulty of your position. As a soldier, you must do your duty and obey your superiors. I have an idea, but I must speak with Commander Lucia. May I take charge of this matter? By all means. I love how the Ishgardian Knight is just like, yeah, freaking send it, take it off my hands, bro. And Euless is there like, alright, I'm here with you. Euless has become such a G. Like, he is legitimately my favorite Garlean. And that's also including Gaius. And Lucia. So return to Cab Broken Glass, where we may discuss a solution I believe will satisfy all parties. I know I'm mangling his accent, I haven't done it in a while. Sorry! Yeah, let's make sure that we're properly recording. If I accidentally started streaming again, I'm going to be very upset. You think I'm walking all the way out there, bro. You don't know me very well. Wait, why am I walking? Why am I walking when I could be flying? Maxima! What do we got? What's your plan, Varshan? Welcome back, all of you. I pray there have been positive developments in your efforts to appeal to the Garlean community. Mayhap not yet, but there is a method by which I believe to all stand to gain. As Satrap, I intend to propose a trade agreement between Radzatan and the people of Garlemald. That's genius! Wait a minute, no. This is actually genius. Running over it in my head. Yeah, holy crap, that is amazingly genius. So, because Varshan / Vritra is basically a world leader, he can facilitate a trade deal between Garlemald and Radzatan. That would kickstart their economy and make them more independent without having to rely so much on the Sabard contingent. That gives them their pride back and kind of stabilizes their situation. That is... I see you. I see what's cracking. Hopefully that's the plan. I don't see all of it right now, but I see the appeal for the Garlean side. The people of the nation have lived through its collapse and more, yet they have chosen to remain, for it is their home. That they have been able to survive thus far is thanks to the Osabar contingent, or rather, in less flattering terms, they are entirely at your mercy. Despite your noble intentions, this one-sided relationship has fueled feelings of frustration and resentment. It is no surprise, then, that some Gallians are loath to engage with foreigners for fear of indebting themselves further, or surrendering more of their already limited autonomy. That is why I wish to present them with an equitable arrangement. I like this. One that would restore them a sense of agency after having been forced to rely upon charity. Yep. Euless knows what's going on. Easier said than done. What exactly do you have in mind? Long have Garlemald and Radzat abided by a treaty of non-interference. Freely have we traded with one another, and I wish but this to continue in its tradition. We will provide your people with such supplies as you require, in return for which you will grant us leave to use the Tower of Babel, as well as share your Magitech resources and expertise. As we become more reliant upon your technologies, we will of course require more ceruleum to fuel them. This you possess in abundance, and for it you will be duly compensated. Radzathan's culture will be enriched by your Magitech wonders, and our ever-increasing demand for your wares will see Garlemald grow wealthy and prosperous. That's risky. Only when both sides keep the interests of the other in mind can an equitable relationship be formed. It is a principle I once thought I understood, but have come to appreciate all the more in recent days, thanks to the sage counsel of a friend from beyond the rift. Zero just having a moment, like, my heart's warm. Excellency, thank you for your careful consideration of Garlemald's future. Though I cannot speak for every Garlean, I myself see no reason to object to your proposal. Indeed, if Radzat were to take the initiative, other nations may follow suit and seek to normalize trade relations with us. That would be massive. That would actually make them a force again, and that would do so much for morale. If you see the sense in my proposal, then I ask you to join me in negotiations at Tertium. Your support may be instrumental in winning over Lord Nias and Metius. This is starting off very nicely. By all means, go with them. I have matters here well in hand. I have learned all that I may regarding the tower's operation, so I too shall hie me to Tertium. What does that mean? Okay, usually I can kind of suss out what Urianger is saying. I have never heard, seen, or witnessed that term before. What is going on? Also, if you think I'm walking that far, you have no friggin' idea. Excuse me, I was taking a drink. For some reason, I expected voice acting. I don't know why. You look like you... I'm not going to say what I think. The crowd you may have brought, but numbers will not intimidate us. The Tower of Babel is ours by rights, and nothing you do will convince us otherwise. Rest assured, it is not our intent to infringe upon the rights of the people of Garlemald. Let us instead discuss the future. As the satrap of Radzat, I wish to establish a new trade agreement between our nations. Oh, I thought they were going to do the pan up. Okay. Nope. Shorter explanation. The aid we presently receive will not last forever, my lord. Sooner or later, we must stand on our own 2 feet. But to do so, we must secure a means to replenish our coffers, and the proposed agreement presents a rare opportunity. It is true we do not want for Magitech and ceruleum, and foreign currency will be needed to procure such things as we lack. It would depend on the precise terms, but I can see the merits. What? Can't believe what I'm hearing. You serve the Emperor. We're a proud patriot. Yet now you entertain selling national resources like a common merchant? Or do you want to eat in a year? Like you, I weep for what we have lost, but if we are to rebuild Garlemald, we must make use of what precious few assets remain to us. Nonsense. Utter nonsense. You are a traitor, Nias, and there will be a reckoning. Oh yes. When the people of Sonatas learn of this, they will cry out for your blood. Well, we found the idiot. But Metius, wait, it isn't safe out there. Yeah, we're gonna have to go save he dumb butt. I'm trying not to cuss as much. Said this a few times. Trying to be a good bun. Okay, there he is. I didn't actually inform my crew that I was doing this yet, so fair point. Concern is writ plain on Ulysses' face. It's too dangerous for a civilian to be outside alone. We must go after Lord Medius. Let us leave matters here in Maximus's care while the rest of us join the search. If Lord Medius is bound for Sonatas, we may be able to catch him in Regio Urbanet. I pray he does not come to any harm. Alright, let's run it, and obviously we got a flex on the way there. Yeah! Oh hey, it's those War Machina we warned you about, you freaking idiot. Yeah, we're just gonna... Delete! So yeah, that thing we warned you about, that kind of happened. How you doing? Get your little ass up. I'm alive? Yes, you're alive. Thanks to someone from Eorzea. Damn fool. Oh look!
Praise the sisters, you are safe.
Now we get voice acting. But oh look, now you're once again at the mercy of an Eorzean strike team because you wanted to be a proud little boy. You know.
Don't think I'm indebted to you. I never asked for your help.
Okay, we can go get a couple another War Machina and you can fight them. We'll just fuck off.
You love Garlemald dearly, Lord Metius. That much is plain. But you're not alone in that. We all mourn what has become of our homeland. Bristle at having to rely upon outsiders simply to survive the cold. Even now, I struggle with fear and uncertainty. Day after day, I ask myself, what is right? Where do we go from here?
I love how much Ulysses has evolved since we first met him. Because, like, legitimately, he's the best person to be doing this. Because he was where Medius was at one point, and it took a lot for him to kind of realize that we really don't mean to steal his identity or his pride or his nation. We're just here to help. It took him a long time to get through that Garlean pride and realize that, so it's a process.
I've yet to find the answers. But I won't stop looking nonetheless, and I won't avert my gaze from our grim reality.
Is there hope for us?
There is always hope.
Aye, so long as we live. Garlemald lies in ruins, but the bonds between us will never be broken. We are the chain that connects generations past and future. You and I, it's links. Help us, Lord Metius, for all we have been and for what we may yet become. Please.
For those we have lost, those we may yet save. Ulysses, you'd make a hell of a scion.
To be lectured by the younger, it ill becomes a man of my station.
Steps sometimes.
I will rejoin the talks at Tertium. Might I trouble you to escort me?
Your pleasure. I'll take point.
Ere we part, I apologize for my discourtesy. I owe you my life, and I thank you.
Of course.
Euless, wait. I'd like a word.
Oh, more Zero and Eula's action. Yes. Yes.
With you as well. I'm to stay close, after all.
Worry not, we shall see the magistrate safely back to Tertium.
Oh yeah, I had no doubt about that. I know, y'all. Go ahead, be gone. We're doing more personal stuff now.
What is it?
This is about to make me very happy, isn't it?
You bound that man with trust, didn't you? That's why he did not require coercion to return.
It's different terminology. You'll get used to it.
Shall we walk, perhaps? Chilly, standing around here. So that's how Zero came to join you. Still, I'm not sure I'm qualified to explain something like trust.
I think your explanation will mean a lot more than an expert.
I wouldn't describe myself as a sociable person. Before all this, any free time I had, I spent looking after my brother and sister. As for the magistrate, I only told him what's been on my mind of late. But I wouldn't have done so, I think, if it weren't for the twins' influence.
I'm genuinely annoyed that it took me this long to put two and two together. That's why he jives with the twins so much, because he's so used to having his younger siblings, and he lost them when Garlemald fell. That took me so long.
Trust is infectious, in a manner of speaking. When someone believes in you, it makes you want to believe in them, in others, in yourself. Perhaps it's because the magistrate felt that earnestness that he gave us a chance. As I did, after I was caught trying to steal provisions from the enemy. Trust comes easy in such company.
Little wonder my world is devoid of it. No one trusts in you, and so you trust in no one. And round the wheel turns. During the Contra Memoria, we had already come to judge one another based on strength and usefulness. You either used or were used. Those who rejected this rule didn't survive. My mother wanted to save the world, to fulfill the hopes of Memoria's good and true. After she died, I carried on her mission alone.
Alone? Didn't you have anyone to help you?
Almost. 2 men tried just the once. A swordsman and a mage, whom I met when passing through a village. They had saved the people there from corrupted Memoriates.
Those greaves look familiar up here, all I'm saying.
When they learned our enemies were the same, they seemed heartened. They claimed to be soldiers of a kingdom called Baron, and were traveling the realm in search of a means to end the Contra Memoria. They invited me to join them. I refused. How could I not, having learned the lessons of my world? Those who would work with others always have their own motives. I would not place myself at their mercy. I would not be forced to submit.
That's valid, honestly.
I expected some manner of outburst. Some show of frustration at having failed to deceive me. But they simply watched me walk away.
That is 100% Golbez. I don't know why they're hiding it.
I didn't know what to make of it then, but now... Perhaps they shared a bond of trust. Perhaps they were the last ones left who dared. Perhaps they hoped I was like them, too. Perhaps it was just an offer, and nothing more. I continued fighting alone. But ultimately, I was undone. Overwhelmed by enemies that had banded together. I was cold, in pain, wishing desperately that someone would save me. And as I lay there in solitude, I felt it happen. The breaking of our world. Darkness washed over me, and I was swept into the rift. When I finally managed to return, it was to a world forever transformed. My home, now filled with abominations.
Well, that's awful.
I had a chance to learn about trust, and forsook it.
As I just said, it is a long, long process sometimes. One chance is very often not enough.
I never had the power to save my home single-handed. I should have accepted their invitation. Had I joined them as I've joined you, I might not have had to face the end of the world alone. But it's all history now. No amount of reflection or regret will change our present reality.
Whatever may have happened in the past, you're still here, Zero. Alive.
Oh,
So long as you're alive, there will always be hope, no matter how bad things get. What you couldn't do yesterday, you might still do today.
I love Eula so much. Hell of a scion.
Think about it. It's plain that you've forged bonds with those around you. If you didn't feel that in some sense, would you have risked your life as you did for a meager ration of boots? I trust you too, for what it's worth.
Aww. Eula's a G.
This again.
You getting the warm fuzzies?
The fire that burned in my breast when you came to my rescue. The urge to weep, though there is no sorrow.
I know that feeling too.
If this is trust, then what must I do? How do I answer it?
It's the thought, not the act. Though the act is nice. sometimes. Probably a bad definition. Just run with it. It sounded good. Please just hug him. That would make me so happy. That would make the internet so happy. Hey! Handshake, good enough.
It's not something you do constantly, mine. A friend is a friend regardless.
A friend. So that's what it means.
Whoop. I didn't mean to. Crap. Happy. Yeah. I know there's a lot of people who were not terribly happy about how much focus the A option got with Xenos. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the option to finally what's the word that I'm looking for? It's not reconcile. It's something like that. To finally kind of meet Xenos at the level he thought we were at. To finally go, okay, fine. For just a minute, I'll let loose and you can see it. That, I understand that not everyone felt that way towards Xenos, but I sure as hell did, and I'm gonna be honest, this is hitting quite hard. Because to this day, no one has ever hard stopped us like Xenos. And that boy has just been... He was kind of my foil, personally. Damn, they do not pull punches. Good Lord. Alright. Thank you. I feel at last as though I've found the answers I sought, and I owe it all to you and Euless. Right, then I expect the others have already arrived back at Tertium. I should join them. Let's go. Yo, Garlian pizza? Absolutely. It's Garlian pizza, bro! Are they just gonna teleport us back? Yeah. Oh wow, that's a lot of people. Everybody. Luna is so bright. Yes, royalty has arrived. Oh, okay. No more voice acting. Feel glad am I to see everyone returned and none the worse for wear. Literally Tuesday. It is actually Tuesday. Various representatives of the Garland community are gathered here this very moment. I dare say this is a fine opportunity to announce the trade agreement. Yeah, that dude's, that's Army uniform. That is also higher Army uniform. It's not, I forgot the term for it, but Nero wore similar gear. And the sort of command staff around Gaius. I don't know what it's called, but you're higher military, I think. Either that or nobility, who also likes to fight. Read the memorandum. I trust you find the terms acceptable. I do, and Nias, I pray you forgive my disgraceful conduct earlier. I'm ashamed not only of my behavior, but of placing the burden of negotiations solely on your shoulders in my absence. Hey. So, guys. Hey, this bro. I don't remember his name, but frickin' Cerulean dude. What a G. You should know that when we brought up the subject of the tower's reactivation to the people at Trapper's Den, some reacted quite strongly. Once we explained that it would be to prevent another void-sent invasion, however, they were more receptive. It's fair to say the recent episode is still fresh in our minds. In their minds. I tagged along to deliver a supply of ceruleum. I have to say, I didn't expect to see such a crowd. Even the stuffy Imperials who normally keep to themselves in sonatas are here. My friends and countrymen, lend me your ears. I can't unsee freaking men in tights when people pull their ears off and throw. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have brought that up. I am pleased to inform you all on this joyous occasion that we, the people of Garlemald, have entered into a trade agreement with Radzatan. To inaugurate our accord, we intend to grant the individuals before you access to the Tower of Babel. In return, Radzatan will provide us with supplies, which shall be equally distributed amongst the citizens of our nation. That'll do. Let me be clear on one point. This is not an act of charity, but trade. A bargain struck between equals rooted in trust and respect. And it marks a significant step towards rebuilding our nation and regaining true independence. I know I'm giving him like a really powerful voice, but this is a powerful moment. Man's going to be projecting. Like quite hard. Radzatan holds Garlean technology and ingenuity in the highest esteem. It is my hope that through this agreement, our peoples will enjoy a mutually beneficial relationship for years to come. Now then, we bid you gather round to hear the particulars, that you might convey them to those elsewhere. Seem a little non-receptive, but give it a second. Let him cook. Let him cook. Alright, let's get involved. Because I'm going to be honest, being able to eat is incredibly important. So burdened by hardship and trauma were the people of Garlemald that they were unable to imagine a brighter future. To be recognized as equals, as a nation with something of value to offer others, that validation alone is enough to rekindle their hope. Yeah. It is by virtue of this partnership that we may access the Tower of Babel, a rather timely development given the Aether Tank's impending arrival. Once the tower's stores have been replenished, we need but await Ishtola's signal to channel the energy to the moon, yes? You can leave that and anything else on this end to me and Alphina. No need to worry, devote all your energies to the mission in the void. Let's get to work. As ever, I am in your debt. You are good friends. Those 4 words capped off this entire expansion. Maybe not the expansion, but the patch quest, because that's such a good moment. My heart's warm.
Let us take a moment to review matters as they stand.
Let her rip.
Having procured sufficient stores of ether, we may now channel the requisite energy unto the moon via the Tower of Babel. Our work on the star is complete.
Excellent. Let me check something, because I feel like... Yeah, I may have fucked up slightly. Sound was maybe a bit off. Hopefully it's better now.
However, we have yet to receive word from Ishtola as to the state of the lunar preparations.
Time to go check, then. Not like we can't just teleport up there.
A ritual to open the gate, and measures to forestall a void-sent invasion.
Yeah, Tuesday.
Neither task is simple nor quickly completed. She would doubtless benefit from our assistance.
Let's go.
The very thing I was about to propose. Let us join her above and lend what aid we may.
We're gonna find trouble at the tower, aren't we? Lord Luna is so bright. Like, blindingly, aggressively so.
Ere we set forth, however, Ishtola did bid me relay a message to thee.
Ooh?
As thou art well aware, a key objective of our mission is the extraction of thy sister Ashdaya from the Void.
Okay.
Held captive for millennia and divested of an eye, she is like to be severely weakened. To make good her escape, she shall require aid. Aid that is best provided by a fellow great worm.
What are you getting at? Because I thought Vritra was already coming with us.
You would have me go in my true form.
I thought that was a plan from the start. Maybe I missed a couple of steps. Or I assumed one.
Very well. Like our sire, we great worms are capable of traversing the great expanse. The journey will take some time, but I shall take myself to the moon. To begin with, I shall return this vessel to Radzadhan, that I may have both my eyes.
Yeah, that would be nice. That would actually... That's kind of important. I agree. Good plan. Definitely do that.
And until such time as we find Ashdaya, I would entrust her eye to your keeping.
That is a massive sign of trust. That... Seriously. Holy
Will
crap.
you do this for me?
Do you even have to ask, brother? Guard it with my life.
We shall contact you via Link Pearl once all is in place on the moon. You need but follow Ishtola's instructions.
Let's get it!
Understood. We'll be ready.
I have no doubt.
Take care, Zero.
Aww.
It will be the briefest of homecomings. I'll be back before you know it.
Yes! It's very gradual, but she's starting to develop, like...
Mare Elementorum, then. Go well.
You as well. But it's so cool to see them slowly give her more personality as she's kind of opens up. That's so cool! Alright, let's get it. I will see y'all there. Ah, my heart's warm. My heart is so warm. This is great.
I took the liberty of informing Ishtola of our arrival. She and her entourage should be here momentarily.
Oh Lord, Ishtola, the Queen of the Rabbits. Oh no, never mind. I forgot. She took some people with her. I forgot the alchemist volunteered.
Forgive me. I'd hoped to have everything in order sooner. My thanks for the extra hands.
Always.
Alphino and Alice stand ready at the Tower of Babel. Vritra is also en route.
Excellent. You've done well, all of you. For my part, I've managed to prepare the ritual with help from the Watcher. All that remains is to channel the ether from below. This should, I pray, open a gate leading to the moon of the 13th.
Excellent.
May I just say how excited we are to be a part of this grand undertaking. The development of the artificial Atomos was one thing, but this is an opportunity like no other. Ishtola even managed to get a loan of elegant treatises on voice and summoning, from the prized collection of the Sons of Saint Koinak.
Oh. Yeah, they just poking the nerd stick at this point.
The Empire's application of ethereal chemistry in regulating void gates provided us with many a useful insight for our work, let me tell you.
Heartening.
I asked a favor of Grahatir when we were comparing notes on cross-rift travel.
Hey.
Given his credentials, I was confident he wouldn't be denied.
Stola, you are evil.
The knowledge of our forebears has brought us far, as has our own. And with our knowledge and resources, we shall construct a void-sent containment seal on a heretofore unseen scale.
Containment seal? Then thou wouldst make use of...
Aye, a tried and tested means of holding dark entities at bay is readily available here. 'Twould be remiss of us not to employ it.
I knew it!
We shall reforge the brands that Xenos and Fandaniel destroyed.
I called this back when they first... Honestly, I don't remember when exactly it was. I think it was when we first started kind of into the void. Maybe it was probably after that. But I called it. We were going to use basically Zodiark's grave or cell or whatever the hell it's called. Use that to get into the void. I'm so happy that one of my conspiracy theories actually panned out. Yeah!
That which held even Zodiark shall more than suffice for void scent of any persuasion.
Ellen.
The Watcher is already hard at work, tending to the most critical parts of the brand's restoration.
Why are you surprised? This is literally Tuesday pace.
There are, however, a number of concerning factors that remain. With your help, I'm sure we can resolve them.
Bring it!
Time is of the essence, so I suggest we continue this discussion as we make our way to the brands.
Alright, y'all, we're going to do a flying outro this time because I want to just re-up and keep going. So, if you guys enjoyed the episode, drop me a like and a comment down below. If you'd like to see more, click that subscribe button or house bell next to it to YouTube's empowerment to tell the almighty algorithm channel that I exist whenever I upload. And if you would like to join me personally, there's a Discord link down below. Hop and ask for the Chaos Crew tag, and you'll be pinged when I am up to shenanigans in any number of games. Because, spoilers, Final Fantasy is going to be getting some company on the channel soon. Eventually, if I could ever force myself to actually do stuff. Anyway, y'all have a wonderful day. I'm going to get back to work. I already jacked up my outro. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I will see y'all next round.